is Isaac and Martine. We are making our offensive strategy video in flag football. So today we're going to be going over basic skills, route running, and then at the end we're also going to throw in 4 plays that'll help your offense.
But before we dive right into this knowledge, there's some terminology and some skills that you need to be able to understand and perform.
Alright, so the first 3 basic skills that you're going to need to know how to do in flag football are 1, throw the ball, 2, catch the ball, and 3, run the ball. Now these are all used in offense and you're going to need to know how to do them before you start.
So first things first, in order to get a good throw, you gotta get a good grip. A good grip consists of putting your hand at the back end of the ball and putting 2 to 3 fingers on the laces, depending on preference. This grip will hopefully help you get an accurate and more powerful spiral. Now, to the actual throwing of the ball. The first thing you want to do is grab the ball with 2 hands and bring it close to your chest. And then find an open receiver. Then, with 1 hand, rotate your body backwards and place the ball near your ear level. Now, when you're releasing the ball and throwing it, you have to rotate your torso, rotate your hips, and involve your shoulders, and release the ball with the momentum of your body, not just the strength of your arm. And remember to always finger roll the ball in order to get a more accurate and more powerful spiral.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is get the quarterback's attention. As you can see here, Martine is raising his hand. Now after this, you're going to put your hands up in an oval or diamond-like formation, and when the ball is thrown to you, you're going to clasp your hands around the ball and bring it in.
Here's an example of me catching the ball. And as a bonus, here's an insane example of a catch.
Basketball player over Stephen Miller. Beautiful throw, beautiful.
The final skill is running the ball. This skill is not really too complicated. You must just catch the ball either from a pass or in this case a handoff, and then you must use your speed and tactics and plays and jukes in order to get through multiple defenders and gain yards for your team. Here's an example. You can see that once he caught the ball, he wasn't open. So in order to get through his defender, he used jukes, speed, and agility.
So, now that you know how to pass the ball, run the ball, and catch the ball, we're going to teach you some routes that you can use on the field in order to get free.
9 basic routes when receiving. Now, many people have different names for these routes, but these are the most commonly used terms for these routes. Now, you're going to use these routes to make plays and get open. So the first one we're going to go over is called a flat. Is where the receiver right here runs this way and then takes a hard left. Now, this 90-degree turn can sometimes separate him from defenders. Now, the second one we're going over is called a slant. It is where a receiver goes up and then slants this way. The third one we're going over is a comeback, runs out, turns around, away from the quarterback, sometimes opening him up. The other one, basically the opposite of that, is called a curl, runs this way and then towards the quarterback. And then we have an out, where they run straight out and then take a hard left away from the quarterback, depending on which side you're on. And then you have a dig, which is very similar, but instead you're going towards the quarterback. Now, you have a corner where you go deep. This is a deep route, and then you go left away from the quarterback or right, depending on which side you're on.
Now here, you can see how he uses this route to get open.
And then he returns back where he came from. It's a really nice job looking to get that defender to cross over, and it goes back up where he came from. Beautiful route.
And then you have a post, which is another deep route. Sorry, badly drawn. Another deep route. And then away towards the quarterback, but a deep. And then lastly, you have a fade, which is just a straight up run down the middle, hopefully beating them with speed. Now, these routes alone sometimes will work, but when you implement these techniques that we are about to go over, with these routes, you are guaranteed to have open players downfield.
So now that you learn the routes, we're going to teach you techniques that you can combine with the routes is a complement to get even more open.
So the first technique that we're going to be going over is diversion, and then the second one we're going to be going over is crossing, and we're going to explain both of these further. The intended purpose of diversion is to lure players away from the intended receiver's location. As you can see in this clip, I run towards Martin's defender, luring him towards me, which now leaves an open space for Martin to run into and receive the ball.
So crossing consists of two players running at one defender at the same time, each one crossing him at different diagonal angles. In this case, the defender goes after Isaac, leaving me wide open. This technique forces the defender to go after one of the attackers, leaving the other one wide open. This technique even works when there are multiple people. Now here comes the culmination of this video. Using the skills and tactics that we taught you over the last 6 minutes, we're going to show you 4 plays that you can execute in order to win games.
So now this first one is called a slant hook. The center, after snaps the ball, is going to run out. He's going to run out and run a quick little button hook. Now the running back, who is actually a receiver, I mean, you can choose how you want to line up. This play requires 3 receivers, so the running back is not a receiver. He is going to run up here, fake in, and then run a flag. This receiver here, he's going to run up and over and out. This receiver here is going to run a wide slant. So now, this play is targeted towards this receiver. So now if we look back, we have right here, diversion, here, diversion, and here, a cross, which mixes up defenders and will leave him open.
This play is called the goal on slants. So let's dive right into it. What happens is that the left receiver runs a slant to the left and then changes to go to the right. This will catch the attention of these 2 defenders, confusing them and drawing them towards him. Now, it's on the right side where the majority of this play takes place. So what happens here is that the center and the right receiver, they utilize a technique that we talked about before, crossing. So the right receiver will run a slant to the left, and the center will run a slant to the right. This will confuse the defender, hopefully these 2 defenders, and they won't know which player to track. This will split the defense, creating a hole for this player right here to run a fade. With the defense confused and him wide open, overcoming them with speed, he is left wide open for a pass from the quarterback.
Alright, so this is the third play that we're going to be showing you guys. This one is a little bit different. It's actually a run play. Now, just because it's a run play doesn't mean that you can't still institute these same techniques. So for this one, the center, after he snaps the ball, is going to run up and out, running a flag. This wide receiver here, he's going to be running up and over, running and out. And then now you have these 2 running backs. So this running back, he is going to run here. Quarterback is going to fake the handoff. He's going to run up this way. And now this running back, he's going to jab out, and then he is actually going to take the handoff from the quarterback and run up over here. So now, just because it's a run play, once again, does not mean that these same techniques do not apply. Here, diversion. Here, we have a cross, which confuses defenders. He runs up through there. Also diversion here. He runs this way. He runs this way. This leaves this whole side of the field open, hopefully leaving him for a one-on-one play or an open run.
Okay, so for the final play, we're going to do something a little bit interesting, and I'm going to let my partner Isaac surprise you with it, so I'm just going to explain it real quick. So basically what happens is the left receiver runs a slant to the right and then switches to the left, confusing both defenders, and then this player right here will run and cross the left receiver, and once he's here he will run a quick fade into the end of the field, taking this defender with him. Now what happens in this play it's very hard to predict, so it will most likely always work. The center will snap to the QB, and the QB will quickly pitch the ball to the right receiver, who's going to be in the back waiting for it. The right receiver is going to start running towards this side, and the QB will start running towards this side. And then when the QB is right here, instead of actually running, the right receiver will actually bullet pass the ball to the QB, catching everyone by surprise. Here we have a little demo of the play. As you can see, the QB snaps, they're running, and once the right back gets here, he passes the ball to the QB, and the QB is going to be wide open for an easy touchdown.
So now we are going to show you a 3D model of this. This is called the Isaac and Martins Special. So as you can see these various players' routes. You can see the quarterback, the running back, and the two receivers. So now when we put it in action, you can see the quarterback pitch the ball. You can see the quarterback run out and then throw it to the quarterback. Now this play is very good because no one really expects the quarterback to be going out for a pass.